Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and today we're going to do some pack openings and some math. And before you click off, it's might not sound like the most fun, but it is one of these things that we have to do periodically. Recently, you saw me kind of back into the proper budget breakdown of our jumping events, our draft events, how many packs we should be buying, things like that, so that we get our maximum value. And one of the hinge pins there is making sure that we're getting very, very close to a statistical play set of the uncommons in a given set, because for value draft and for budget players, that is really critical for the long term in this game. And it used to be before golden packs, I didn't really buy a lot of packs, and I didn't recommend that people buy a lot of packs because drafting was just a better value. And based on that, I was using a number of 1.5 uncommons per pack opened to give us an idea so that we could land within that number. Now that we have golden packs, we're buying a lot more packs, and there's a distinct possibility that that average number of uncommons per pack is going to drop, and I'm not sure exactly how significant that's going to be. So this season, we are going to be looking at that more closely, and this is the first iteration of that. So stay tuned. But before we get into all that, we here at the Stronghold are officially on the road to 1,000 subs. And guess what? When we get there, we're going to give away an account. So if you're part of the 2/3 of viewers that routinely watch my content but haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and get in, player, because we're going to be doing some magic. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, right. Alright, so this is my initial pack opening for my primary account. I've got 19 packs, and we're really only about a little over 2 weeks into this. Maybe, well, it's Sunday the 19th, so when did this start? I think it was the 7th, so we're just short of 2 weeks actually on this, because I believe we started on the 7th. But anyway, here we go. Let's open up these packs, and I'm going to do one at a time just for SPs. And mostly what I'm studying here is the uncommons that we get with relation to our account. Monument, not really anything there that I'm interested in. Server weightage. Okay, an edict. That's pretty nice. Soulless Jailer, another rare I'm just not super interested in. Viral spawning is pretty nice. Let's see what we get. Wow, we are just hitting all the winners here on the rares. And let's see. Wow. Could I have a good rare? Maybe just one. Wild card. Okay, that's an interesting anomaly. All right, Copperline Gorge in a very playable color combination. Kind of dig that. Finally, a good rare. Hybrid. That's pretty nice. We'll keep playing through here. A rare wild card. Decent. Minor misstep, that's my first. Annex is good. Cough, also very good. Or at least reasonably good. Maybe very is overselling it a little bit. Slow bad, I think that's at least a second copy on that for me. Infectious Bite, that's something I definitely wanted. Spell Dancer, not so excited about. So in 9 packs, I think I've gotten one exciting rare. Tyvar Stand, that's pretty awesome. Java Duelist, also pretty awesome. Boy. I think we are still at one exciting rare. Okay, that makes 2. White Sun's Twilight, that's definitely something that is making splashes in constructing. So I'm pretty glad to have that. Neither one of those uncommons is really exciting. Flamestroker is not something I'm interested in. Let's see. Wow, we're gonna have a playset of that terrible card. That's gonna be awesome. Another Tyvar stand. Okay, I think we definitely have playsets on that now. Venser. Okay, again, not something I'm really playing. We're still at 2 really solid rares here. Wow, that's like the 3rd copy of Slowbot, maybe. Good thing I'm looking forward to buying more packs. Conduit of Worlds, that could be an interesting thing, but probably not. So I think we're still at 2 really solid playable rares out of so far 17 packs. Okay, Copper Line, that's another one. So now we're at 3. And let's see here, what we get? A Jace. Okay, now that could be decent. So I'm going to go ahead and call that 4 interesting rare mythics. And what do we get for our last garden? Not great, but it is a multicolored dual land. So I did want a copy on that, but I'm still going to call it 4 decent rares out of 19 packs. There we go. Alright, moving right along, this is my initial pack opening for my giveaway account, and just for SMGs, I am going to continue doing this pack by pack and talk about the things coming up here, mostly rares. Master 4, not terribly exciting. Let's see what we got here. Come on. Soulless Jailer, equally not exciting. I mean, it's a good sideboard card, don't get me wrong, it's just not something I'm really looking to take into best of 1. There is a dual land, so that is rare number 1 that I'm actually pretty excited about. A couple of good uncommons there. Another dual land. Okay, so that's 2 for us so far out of 3 packs. That's or no, out of 4 packs. Excuse me. Here, another Master Port. Great. We're gonna have a playset of that before too long. And let's see here. A good uncommon, potentially. And, yeah, that just is not really doing much. So we're still at 2. Venerator Rock Priest. Okay, that's a very solid 3rd rare that I'm interested in. I'm glad to have that. And Silex, not so much. Let's keep moving here. A sword. Okay, that's good 4 now. And safe house, not great. Not super exciting there. Lisa. Okay, well, I'm glad to have a first copy, but it's not a first copy, so I think we're still at 4 there. Facade, not so much. Wow, okay, so we are still at 4 decent rares here. This is why buying packs can be problematic. A Jace. Okay, so that's 5. A wild card. Okay, but we're still basically at 5 there. That does give us a 6th card, arguably. Yeah, the Super Juggernaut. I think we're still at 5. Alright, there is another playable land, so that's 6 rares for us. Ran is pretty good. We're gonna call that 7, particularly as a first there. Pretty exciting there. So I think we're doing better on this than we did on the other. I mean, it's a legendary, it's a first, but it's not really something I'm looking to play, and certainly not for standard. So I think we're still at 7, 8 if you count the wild card. And What do we got here? Kaido is pretty good, don't get me wrong. I'm just not looking to play this card. So still at 7. We got Slaughter Singer number 12 there, I think. Alright, so what is that? 8 now with another dual land coming up. That is pretty darn good, honestly. And a mythic. So we kind of got 10 playable cards out of 22 packs. That is way above average when it comes to the rares, and something I'm pretty excited about for this account. We'll definitely be able to make some good content here, and I'm a little sad I'm going to be giving this account away, but that is the price of progress. Alright, and last but not least on my initial openings, this is my newest free-to-play account, and we've got just 17 packs here to open up. So the smallest of the 3, and really that's kind of to be expected. I was also one draft short on this because of budgeting issues. But that is how it goes when you're at initial stages of free-to-play. It's a little harder to follow the plan. Annex Entry does help the collection a good deal, and Nahiri is maybe the most disappointing mythic, I think, in the set. So we'll move right along here. Let's see, how many rares do we get that are good? Trawler Drake isn't terrible. T-Rex, I am liking that for the Toxic deck. So there's one very good card. I'm a big fan there. And let's see, White Sun's Twilight. Okay, that's 2 good cards out of this grouping. Very solid. And Hellraiser, I mean, it's decent, but I don't think it's good by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not even sure it's standard playable at this point. 2 very solid uncommons. And Bran, okay. I think I already had a Bran in this, so that's not too good. We are still at 2 rares. 2 great uncommons there. And a rare that is just not even really worth talking about. And I think Drown in Acre, we have multiple. I think we already had a playset on that, but I could be wrong. We'll check on that. A couple good uncommons. Another rare I don't think is probably going to affect standards. So we're still at 2 rares on this. Ossification and Viral Spawning, both great uncommons, and a pretty good rare. Not that I think it's going to have a huge impact on standard, but this is something I think a lot of people are going to want for their Brawl decks. And let's see here. What else do we get? A couple new blue uncommons, because I did not draft that at all. And Thran. Alright, so that is, I believe 3 is the count now of good rare. Well, actually, we're going to call it 4. I think the blue equipment was pretty good, too. Let's see, and that makes 5. Razor Thicket is a lovely land, and it definitely is going to have a home in that white-green Brittany deck. Another Ravager, that's really nice. Churning Reservoir, I think I already had a playset on that. Myrex is not doing much for us. I can't remember if we're at 4 or 5. Darn it. Don't you hate it when you just don't keep track of things? 2 first uncommons and a wild card. Okay. So now we're definitely just going to call it 5 and move right along. Wild card and a mythic. Okay, so we are looking at 6 so far. Really decent rares. Nebraska. All right, that's 7. We're on quite the streak here for this particular account. Spinoderm, maybe that could be good, but I'm not seeing it yet. But we are still 7 really good rares here. And what else we can get? I think that's decent, but I'm not going to go so good as to call it good. Let's see here. What's our last one? The Spell Dancer, not doing much for us. So on 17 packs, we got 7 solid cards and or wild cards, and I think that is probably the best percentage of anything that we did here. All right, so when you look at this small sampling of data, you get an average of 1.6 uncommons per pack opened. And up to this point, I have been using 1.5 uncommons based on the old plan. Now, that number will continue to go down as we open more and more packs, which is, well, again, the whole reason I'm doing this sample study. You can also see from the data that the higher the starting number of uncommons on the account is, and the higher number of packs that you open, the more that average goes down for the individual account. So I'm very interested to see what we end up with here on an entire season, if that 1.5 number is still valid, or how much lower the golden packs may be driving that down. Now, you can certainly do this sort of study for your individual account, but to be honest, I don't really think it's worth your time. I'm already doing this on 3 different accounts, so we should get a pretty reliable number. And even if we did it on 1,000 different accounts, the aggregate versus any individual account shouldn't be all that different at a large number of packs. And we're looking at doing 100 plus per account. So the variance there really should not be all that much. I mostly talk about these studies in the videos to kind of reassure the community. So when I put data forward, you know I'm doing the due diligence here and not just pulling a number out of my butt that I think sounds good. So rest assured, we're doing what we do here, and we'll continue to talk about this once in a while during the season, probably just at the end, and talk about that final number and what kind of variances we're seeing. And folks, before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on a thing. Because I know I can't change the magic economy all by myself, but I think we can.